family, karibuni sana. Wagwan, karibuni sana. Welcome to today's show. This is the Africa Today show. And I hope you guys are doing amazing today. Yeah, karibuni sana family. Let me share this link kindly. Allow me to share the link because I know most of the family, most of you do not have the link to this channel. So, for a second, share that. All right. Yeah, so karibuni sana family. I've shared the link. Karibuni for those who are just tuning in. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope your day is coming out great. Shout out to everyone listening to me via Facebook. Shout out to everyone listening to me via YouTube. Shout out to everyone listening to me via Twitter. And of course, for those who do have our radio application, in case you are streaming with us or listening to me via the radio, thank you so much for tuning in. You can keep your comments coming via the live stream, which we shall be going there later. Today is on Wednesday. And of course, if you know the schedule so far, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we have the Africa Today show on the network. We come on YouTube for 30 minutes, then to just, discuss a few things. And as we let you know that we shall be moving over to the network. And of course, in case you do not have the Rumble also, whether if you've not followed us on Rumble, kindly, if you do get the time, do go sign in, rather look for Black Hot Fire Network on Rumble. Download the app. I hear there's the app on the Google Play Store. Download the app, and of course, when you look for us as the Black Hot Fire Network, you'll find us over there. On every other platform, we are everywhere like flies. But karibuni sana once again. It is exactly 9 minutes past 9 p.m. Literally right in the 254. 9 minutes past 9 p.m. in the 254. It has been a good day, but it has been raining since around 7 there. It's been raining and it's a little bit chilly. I can't say it's a little bit chilly. It's really muddy outside there. We keep on complaining about our water drainage, which is so messed up. So I'm just from buying dinner and I'm stepping on water. My socks, I came back all soaked wet because our water drainage is not well maintained. Rather, we've not been given proper water drainage. It's all sewages and everything you want to talk about, especially when it rains. Man, we get to step on a lot of bullshit because it's now sewages piling up, because there's overflowing of, since we don't have proper water drainage where the water should be flowing, the sewages literally fill up and they sprout all over the road. So it's kind of messy and crazy. But anyway, karibuni sana. For those who are just tuning in, click the like button. And in case you've not subscribed on this channel, kindly, tafadhali na kusihi. Finya hiyo, bonyeza hapo kabisa. Bet you understood me, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if you've not subscribed, kindly ensure you do. Bonyeza means press that button, yeah? Bonyeza, press that button. Someone asked for Swahili classes. I don't know how we should be doing Swahili classes, and I heard you guys were saying that I should be picking words and find a way how I can be doing this, but it's not easy, man. Personally, I was good at Swahili in terms of talking, but not in terms of teaching. Nah, I think I'm a bad teacher when it comes to teaching, especially Swahili. It's kind of complicated, because shout out to Samuel I didn't even know earrings, how they are called in Swahili till recently. They are called petenzuri in Swahili. I didn't know what this means, literally, because I saw petenzuri and I'm like, yo, pete means a ring. Because when someone tells you, why do you have pete? Ama mbona umevaa pete? They're asking you, like, why do you have a ring? So pete is a ring. So coming to figure out, literally, earrings are called petenzuri. It's kind of crazy, man. Nice earrings. It's just, I'm also learning, but anyway, we'll figure out. But karibuni sana. Before we get onto the network, like I said, we are on live also on Rumble right now, but we shall be here for a few minutes and then switch over to the network. We shall be discussing some deep matters. There's some videos Keith wants to share with us about the aliens. We'll be talking about the UFOs and everything. And right now it's so clear. We shall be getting deeper into that. And also the pedophiles, all this, we're talking about LGBT, we're talking about a lot of nonsense that has been going on, and we'll not be saying it all here, but we shall be having articles and videos, to share with you, where it's claiming all this agenda behind every scene. It's always been about children, and I was asking earlier, as much as I was trying to talk about the LGBTQ, and I was like, man, as much as nobody wants to address it, as much as we want to say it's being popularized, the more we talk about it, ask yourself this question or give it a deep thought. Even if it's not you, maybe you have a beloved one who has a child. Now imagine how they take them to school. They have entrusted their children with this system that we have today. But now, the next minute your nephew is coming to visit you, it's not a nephew anymore, it's a niece. When your niece is coming to visit you, it's no longer a niece, it's nephew. The surprise and the shock on your face, you're like, what's going on? And the worst part of it is to see that our so-called leaders are literally willing to sell and sign into these bills. I was saying shout out again earlier to Uganda for what they did. Uganda is Museveni has taken one big step for saying no to literally legalizing homosexuality in his country. And earlier today I was saying on my show, or rather some reports came in claiming that there's a new wave of HIV and AIDS which is spreading because people are not going to the hospital as they used to be checked on HIV and AIDS anymore. And you're like, wait, isn't that some good news? Because for me, like, hey, if people are not going to hospitals anymore, they're not consuming the medicines anymore, this means there's less spreading of the diseases. Because I don't know how, if these people need to take the meds every day, the HIV bullshit, if you need to take the meds every day. But one thing I know Museveni said is that if you are found spreading this disease, one, you end up in life imprisonment. And for me, it was like, yeah, it's good, because come back to us again as Africans. Why are we normalizing into cultures that ain't ours? Why do we want to go with the trend of what the mainstream media is being told to let us know it's a human right when it's not? How? Again, I can't blame majority maybe of us because of what we studied the other day, of what is being put in food, drinks, and all this. But again, I believe you still have the sixth sense of thinking and saying that, hey, this is not correct. Like, hey, something is just off. Something is not okay. It's crazy. I was saying Uganda is one of the countries in Africa that has set a very good example on what the rest of the countries can do, as much as, like I was saying, and I explained it, I think, in the smoothest way I can and in the best way I can. We may not be independent as African countries, but we can be independent when it comes to our brains. And by our brains, I'm saying where we need to be thinkers and be independent of excluding. Is it an exclude? When it comes to concluding matters, we don't need the Europeans telling us and dictating to us how we should think, how this and this should work. And personally, I feel like that is one of the smooth ways of attaining independence. And Museveni is showing us the way. That is one of the big steps. Because the moment you can say no to the smallest thing they're telling you, then imagine them, you're going to be independent not only as a thinker, but as a country and as people. No more rules, no more these laws. It's crazy. And I was saying what's more crazy Imagine them trying to normalize this. Like I'm trying to give an example. Imagine your nephew, your niece being subjected to this. If you do not have kids, maybe try figure out your beloved one being subjected to all this.
Hello.
And then you're told that you do not have the authority to hold your baby. It's just crazy. But for me, I'll say once again, kudos to Museveni. He's doing amazing, and I hope the rest of the African countries, because I know, and we saw just recently, we had Gambia, we had Ghana. Kamala Harris, when she came, she was like, "Yo, it's okay for you to put butt plugs. It's okay for you to suck someone's dick if you are a man. It's okay for you to normalize this abnormal shit, this part of I'm also African like you. And that's the worst thing. They're trying to now manipulate you mentally. Not only have they manipulated you already, they're making it more sicker for you and making it way more worse by telling you and making you believe, because they know we Africans, we love them for free without them asking. It's given for free. And because Africans are loving, so they know they're gonna come by us with what Kamala Harris was trying to say, I'm black, my generation, blah blah blah, nonsense.
And she's not black. She never identifies as a black woman. Her dad her dad is from Jamaica. He said he's not black. He says he's part of the slave master class. He's a mix. He's mixed. He does not identify as black. Her daddy said he's white. Got a little bit of black blood in him, but he said he's white. Her mama's a full-blood Indian, a Brahmin Indian. And if you know anything about Brahmins, they hate black people. That's why there's a video going around on YouTube asking, is India the most racist country on the planet? Because they're racist. The idea that she says that's like Joby says, manipulation. She never identified as any kind of goddamn black woman. She identified as an Asian woman because she's Indian. Only when she needs to use it for her benefit, now she's black. They said you were the first Indian woman to be vice president in America. Asian, not African. But she goes to Africa, I'm African like you. Well, she hates African people. She grew up in a house of people that hate African people. Her family hates African people. Her daddy hates African people. This Jamaican boot-licking coon-ass Negro. He's not even Negro. A mixed mulatto, whatever he is. And he told her, don't ever call me black. That's what a Jamaican daddy said. I'm not from these black people. My daddy was white. That's what Camilla's daddy said. His daddy was white. Don't ever call him no.
Pure denial. And I think we also saw, even right here in Kenya, I think there's one of the speeches I think I shared one day when we were having the Africa Today show, when we were trying to relate the same thing, how they have manipulated Africans' mentalities, like the way they had us believing here in Kenya Obama was Luo. Now this actually brought a lot of not only tribalism, promoted a lot of tribalism, because that's what it did.
See?
It promoted literally a lot of tribalism. Now we had who was beating their chest. Man, you should have seen. We have people who have named their children Obama. We have people who have named their children Obama.
And what Joby's saying is why Joby's the reason why. But they were too stupid because tribalism means Obama wasn't really good for Africa. But they were using him as a way so they could go back in and recolonize the African mind with that fake Agenda 2030. Because Obama said, you black people shouldn't have air conditioning. You shouldn't progress. Obama said Africans are supposed to be poor and fucked up and backward. That's Obama. Obama said you don't got the right. The planet can't afford Africans' development. That's what this no good bastard said. The planet can't, because it pollutes the planet and goes against Agenda 2030. So Africans, you're stupid. He just told you don't got the right to develop. This is what this moron told you. Let's go. This no good boot-licking, butt-dancing, mixed mulatto, coon-ass Negro that don't nobody know where the hell he came from. That's why his history is hidden. Where does Negro come from? Nobody knows. Grew up in Indonesia with his Indonesian daddy. practicing Muslim. Now he's not I'm not a, I'm Christian. No, his whole life he's been a Muslim. Fake ass Negro. Killing more people. How about they gave him a Nobel Peace Prize and he killed more people than anybody? How about they give him a Nobel Peace Prize for not doing that? As soon as they put him in there, he got a peace prize and everybody started dying war after war because that was the psyop. But thank God most African people know Obama's wicked as hell. Why think he ain't took his ass back to Africa? Did no African tours? Why he gone back? He ain't president. Why he ain't gone back to Africa? He said, I was here to help you Africans. Africans know his ass ain't no good. Why he ain't touring around Kenya and the rest of Africa? Shit. Why he ain't take his ass back to Chicago? I'm from Chicago. I told people, when you see his ass leave the presidency, he ain't going back to them hoods in Chicago with you Negroes. That was a scam. That was you. They sold that house in Chicago and he lived right with the white people in Massachusetts and Martha's Vineyard and Hawaii. He ain't came back to Chicago to be with you Negroes. Chicago. That was his way to America because Chicago's got a lot of black people. Yeah, I'm from Chicago and, you know, I'm from Chicago and Kenya. You don't get the hell out of here with that bullshit. I'm Chicago and Kenya. I'm from Chicago by way of Kenya.
I'm trying to see an article of what you just told me of Obama. I'm trying to look for an article of what you just told me about Obama claiming Africa we should be at the bottom. And now you see, these are the things that we're not shown at the media. This is another big problem. Man, these are big problems. These are very big problems.
You must have found it.
A huge
you must have found it, Joe. You must have found it, Joby. You must have found it.
No,
yeah, I was looking at the show. No, I was looking at the show today. The show was so small.
What I'm seeing here is not relatable to.
Is it okay? Say. Put like this.
I just see.
Say. Obama says Africa. Say Obama says Africa shouldn't develop because of global climate change. Obama says Africa shouldn't develop because of global climate change. You know, you guys bring it a certain way since they hide everything. I was impressed with your show, Joe. You're so damn smart now. Shit's crazy. where you gather all the pieces now. You're so smart. I always say, boy, it's got to be that hard to be that smart in Africa now. That's great.
You have to either choose to remain stupid or to take a change. Let me see. To take a turn. Let me share my screen as I look. Don't be too much on the screen.
You must have found it.
I'm saying as I look. I've not yet. I want to look carefully. I want to look very carefully. But as we discuss something, these are a big red flag, because look at what the media is literally, when it comes to Kenya, or every time they come visit here, man, we have Africans going crazy, man. You should see us.
Of course.
You should see us wasting a whole week
you're talking about
trying to practice how we're gonna dance.
You're talking about the mind of children, right? Talking about the mind of children. Yeah, you're talking about the mind of children. So you're easily manipulated. You get the mind of a child, you don't know anything, you're easily manipulated. Same way they did in Black America. Oh, he's black. Oh, we got a black president. They just all happy. They know he was all wicked. I said, hey, stop getting all excited and understand what they do. He's just a white person wrapped up in blackface. That's what he does. As soon as I seen that cabinet, I told my mom, I said, hey, Mama, Obama's a hoax. You found something?
Let me see this one. There's this one I see where he told young people to stay angry, to fight climate. Stay angry as you fight climate. Oh my God, man, these people. Stay angry as you fight climate. How am I supposed to fight climate while I'm hungry? Oh my God.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to go on war while I'm starving? Anyway, it says Barack Obama has called on young people to stay angry in the fight against climate change at the COP26 summit. The former US president urged them to apply political pressure to make a change, but warned they would need to accept compromises along the way. Mr. Obama said that the world is nowhere near where we need to be to avoid future climate catastrophe. He criticized Donald Trump's active hostility towards climate science, but said the U.S. is
Donald Trump told the truth. Donald Trump told the truth. Everybody trying to put him in jail now. He said it's a hoax, it's a lie, and it is. Obama works for those people that try to lock everybody down and lie to everybody. That's why you got America becoming a banana republic, because they just arrested Donald Trump. Because they can't beat him in the election, so they got to arrest him and try to put him in jail because they can't. They're not going to be allowed to steal another election. These white people know you stole it. They're like, unlike black people, these white people like, they know you stole that damn election. And that Biden is an illegitimate president. They know that. They're not going to allow you to do it again. So, they just arrested Trump, about to lock his ass up. Like a third world country would do. Never happened in America ever. Because they know everybody's waking up. That's why we're going to go to the network. We're going to tell everybody's waking up. They starting to know what the hell is going on. That's all this weird shit. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about we got transgenders and we got to know this, we got to know that. Like, nah, what the hell is going on? So, when you come after people's children, you wake them up. Like Joey said, everybody's in a coma, sleeping. You come after someone's children, the coma, especially white people, you come after their children, the coma, you're going to wake up. You come after my babies. Because, especially as African people, what you've completely changed around, your children are supposed to be your most prized possession. You'll die for your babies. You'll die. I was asking people, what would you die for? You're supposed to die for your babies. Your babies never asked to come here. So the idea you're supposed to be living off of them and getting money from them, all that backward shit you've been doing since you got colonized, you crazy. It goes the other way around. You're supposed to die for your children. That's why you see animals, when their children get attacked, they die for their children, defending their babies. That's nature. And African people knew that. You die for your babies.
Let me see if I can find another one from this one.
What channel are we on YouTube, Joey? What channel?
Climate worries about Africans getting.
Exactly.
Black
what channel
Fire,
we on?
the
Okay.
Black Fire.
Okay, not the live one, but the other one. Okay.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, not the live one, the other one.
Okay.
Shared the link on WhatsApp with.
Okay,
so can
that's
catch
cool.
up with us.
Find us, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you see, first of all,
See, the thing
Obama told you
Obama's
niggas in
climate
Africa,
worry.
don't you develop. Go ahead, Joey.
Obama's climate worries about Africans getting cars, air conditioners, and modern houses.
Exactly, that's what I told you, Joey. In fact, you found it. You're like, what? You're like, what? What? And you start, like I said, beating your chest. This nigga tell you you're not supposed to have cars. You're not supposed to live like the rest of the world. Have air conditioning, modern houses. You're supposed to live fucked up. Go ahead.
This is on June 29th. It was on 2013. After President Barack Obama made some remarks in Johannesburg, in South Africa, to a group of young African leaders. He was asked by Sidney Mukumu about U.S. foreign policy with regard to environment. The president understood the question, understood always. Always, why can't Africans understand? It's always these white people understanding better. Anyway, the president understood the question.
Because black people, Joby, the culture, Joby, now the African members is don't question anything. If you're not questioning anything, Joby, you're not learning. You're now raising a culture of what? Of fear. So that makes you easily manipulated when you're always afraid and don't. You're supposed to question everything. You're supposed to raise your children to question, Joby. That's the nature of learning. You must question. That's why I don't question God. If I can't question this God, then it ain't real. This God ain't real, then if I can't question his his or her ass. I mean, I'm not supposed to question. I'm supposed to believe some shit you telling me. How the hell do I know what the hell you know? You know what the hell you talking about? What the hell are you? You can be crazy. Because you my parent don't mean you not a nut. Shit. I know what the hell you know what you talking about. Shit.
It says that the president understood the question as referring to U.S. positions on the problem of man-made climate change, and the president responded. And the biggest challenge we have environmentally, and it is an international challenge that we cannot solve alone, is the issue of climate change. The United States actually reduced our carbon emissions more than any other country since I came into office. I just want to make that point. And we doubled fuel efficiency standards on cars. We are investing in clean energy like solar and wind, which is
remember, family. Listen what he said. Solar. Look, listen what he's saying, Joby. South Africa. South Africa switched to solar and wind. Now they're in the dark all the time, Joby. Listen what the fuck this moron's talking about. Because that was the plan. That was the plan with this no good bastard. That would plunge. Exactly. That would plunge your country into goddamn destruction. It would destroy you. That's what he was sent to do, family. This no good bastard here. Remember, and he was talking about that global climate change, which is a lie, family. Go ahead, Joby.
It's gonna be all in the dark, facing zombie apocalypse. Zombie
apocalypse.
Right. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, they say that we actually want to share the technology because we think we think that all the countries need to benefit, and part of the opportunity for Africa is to see if we can leapfrog.
Now pause that, Joby. Now pause for a second. Just pause it. Now remember, you read the story. The same nonsense he talking about when Texas 2 years ago they got big wind farms. I showed Katie, showed you guys that they took that big wind farm and that solar panel. Texas had a freeze, Joby, 2 years ago where people died because all the electricity went out. They couldn't no wind and no damn solar panels do shit in the snow and ice. And people died in their homes, Joby, freeze to death or in their car. It don't work, Joby. And they know it don't work.
Yeah, it's not working. They're saying that and the part of opportunity for Africa is to see if we can leapfrog some of the polluting practices of America and Europe and go straight to the clean energy strategies that will allow you to advance economic growth but not corrupt the planet. That is what they're doing. They're corrupting the planet.
You know what he said, Joe? He said that he allow you to do, that we allow you to do. That we allow, as if you're not your own sovereign country. We allow. What the hell you come tell me you allow me to do anything in my house? I'm saying, Joby, I'm going to allow you to cook ugalis on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Like you did, you talking about cooking when I want. Joby, Tuesdays and Saturdays, I already told you. I'm going to allow you to cook ugali. Tuesdays and Saturdays.
No, I eat ugali every single day. So you're not telling me not to eat ugali. Okay, I'm eating ugali every single day, period. He's still saying that we're going to all have to work together to find ways in which collectively we reduce carbon, but we make sure that there is more differentiation. So
reduce carbon. Sounds good. We make sure we reduce carbon. Carbon, family, is the building block of life. You see that? Hey, we're carbon beings. Why would we reduce carbon? Carbon makes things abundant, family. It makes greenhouse gas. Greenhouse grows stuff. You put stuff in a greenhouse, it creates more carbon. It grows things into abundance. What he's saying is an absolute lie. It's a lie. All these wackos. When we did the last video, the guy the guy was talking about the UN and the Club of Rome. They were creating all this fake climate shit. The Rothschilds and Rockefellers. And shout out to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's already came and told you this is all phony. President Kennedy's nephew and former Senator Robert F. Kennedy's son. So, well, he was going to be president too, but they shot and killed him because he was winning the polls too. They killed him. He told you this is all baloney. It's all fake. There's no climate change. It's all a lie. But then to steal up the damn world's resources and say you can't do this, can't do about control. It's all a lie. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says that we're all going to have to work together to find ways in which collectively collectively we reduce carbon, but we make sure that there is some differentiation so that countries that are very wealthy are expected to do more, and countries that are still developing, obviously they shouldn't be resigned to poverty simply because the west and and the Europe the west and the Europe and America got there first, and that wouldn't be fair. But everybody is going to have to do something. Everybody
It
is
wouldn't be
going.
fair, but it wouldn't. That's all. It wouldn't be fair, but you niggas can't have air conditioning, nice cars, and nice homes.
Mhm,
That's just something we gotta do. I'm
mhm,
crazy as cat shit.
mhm. They're saying that.
Boy, you live in a
Uh-huh.
world of abundance, family. These white psychopaths, there's no climate. They're destroying the climate. You live in a world of abundance because the universe is abundant. If it's handled right, especially Africa, Africa is abundant. Africa's always going to be wealthy, always going to have great land. You live in a world of abundance captured by psychopaths who
Mhm,
tell you the world's in scarcity so they can steal the rest of it. You
mhm.
live in a world of abundance because the universe, as Joby said today on the show, the universe is mental. Everything's done with the mind. See, African people, you believe you're supposed to be in poverty because you've been given a lot of religion, so that's why you live in poverty. If you learn to change your mindset and understand you live in a world of abundance, the Creator wants you to have everything you want. Everything you want is in your hand. You live in a world of abundance, exactly. Period. And it's up to you. Your belief systems have now lowered your vibration in the nonsense. You believe you're supposed to be poor, fucked up, and all crazy, and that's what the world, that's what the universe gives you. It gives you what you believe you're supposed to be. You were given that by
Yep.
psychopaths.
Mhm. Which is pure negative, but nothing but just negativity. But he says that everybody
Exactly.
is going to have to make some important choices here. And I expect that it's going to be your generation that helps lead this, because if we don't, it's going to be your generation that suffers the most. Of course, we are suffering
Lie.
now. We are suffering now. We're suffering. Ultimately, if you think about the all the youth that everybody has mentioned here in Africa, if everybody is raising living standards to be to the point where everybody has got a car and everybody has to get air conditioning, and everybody, why is he using the everybody though?
Because
But
he said,
anyway.
you Africans shouldn't get it. So because so that showed you years ago they had already had electric cars that did pollute over 150
Yeah.
years ago. They
Mhm.
stole those off the market so they can put the other ones in there so those other people can make money. They talk about the lithium battles, which are more dangerous to the environment than the gas is now. They're not going to teach that because they don't want you. They list this all a lie. We want to make electric cars that don't really work, so they can completely cut out the car. And I can't say I can only say this when we get to on the network. So when we got
Well,
we got
let
the
me share
YouTube.
let me share the link very quickly. Yeah, we share the link. Family, grab on here so we can move to the network. Those who are
Mhm.
with us, yeah, going to the network, and of course for those who are live with us on Rumble also,
And look how
say
Obama
hi
speaks.
over there.
Look how Obama speaks. Look how Obama speaks. Helped everybody in South Africa. Now they sitting in the dark and shit's fucked up. Business don't work. No electricity. Can't nobody afford nothing. He destroyed the country talking that crazy talk.
Hmm.
And
This is
these
what I'm
morons
saying.
went along with
This
that
is what I'm
stupid shit. Go ahead, Jobin.
Mm-hmm. They're using the mainstream media to make us believe all this bullshit you
Of
see him now
course.
saying right here. And at the end of the day, like especially man in Africa, man, we're so blinded. At least maybe in the US, some Black Americans would realize what is going on when these people open their mouths. They know it's nothing but just lies flowing. But for
Only a
us,
few of us know,
one,
Jobin. You know,
mm-hmm,
you got both now too, Joe. Like you said, you know the media's lying now. You can pick the media lies apart yourself. I seen you do it on your show this morning. You know when something's lied to you now. But we're the minority, Joe, but we're not the majority. In America or in Africa, we're the minority.
well, it is true. But anyway, I just hope for us we can just wake the F up and realize all this nonsense, because all this is just nonsense. funding, or you need this, you're in problem. They're the ones benefiting. They're the ones who are suffering. They're the ones who need help. We don't need
And
help.
remember,
They're the ones who
remember,
really
remember
stand
also
up
what,
begging.
remember also went to that 2030 nonsense. We showed again. Remember Sri Lanka collapsed, Joey. The people were raiding the president's house. All the people were starving, Joey. They had no electricity. And they raided the damn president's house and tried to kill his ass. Remember that? We showed that.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
they did the same dumbass windmills and solar panel garbage, and then also destroyed the farm. Said, "Oh, we shouldn't farm because it hurts the soil and all this old crazy shit from these psychopaths." Now everybody in Sri Lanka was starving. They had no power. Money were all fucked up because that's what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It's crazy. But anyway, family, grab that link. Family, we're going live on the
Family
network.
go to
It has
network.
been a half an hour. Yeah, and also, yes, Jared, we shall remain live on Rumble. We're live on Rumble. I see a couple of people over there. Thank you for those who are streaming live with us. We appreciate you. And of course, click that like button the same way as on YouTube as you do. Do that
Oh,
on
Joby, that's
Rumble as
live on
well.
Rumble too. Damn. All right.
Follow that.
Watch out.
Yeah, if you've not followed us, kindly ensure you do on Rumble and also on BitChute so that you can be able to catch up with the shows in case you do miss out. But from here, I'm live on the other side, so kindly do tune in. Do join me. Let me go live here very quickly. All right, streaming. So kindly switch over to the network. See you guys over there. Let's get to the facts and stop filtering words right here on YouTube. So see you in a few.